Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 11th through the 17th. This reading is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am setting the intention for the next 7 days. However, you might stumble upon this video in a few weeks, a few months, a few years. You're going to find it whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Alrighty, my dear Sagittarius friends, without further ado, let's see what's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective. One more shuffle. Alrighty, let's lay down your cards and move you all a little bit closer. So the first card that's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Moon. So you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. If you have a Cancer or Pisces placement, there can be big changes, big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life. Now, we are in the week of a full moon. So for me in my readings, when I'm reading for somebody and the Moon card comes up, it tells me that this may be a very significant moon cycle for you. You may have a very powerful release. I feel that what's happening with Sagittarius, I feel like you guys have been going through a really powerful, really massive shift this year. And let me know in the comments if you felt that. If you feel like this year so far has been really significant in terms of your awakening, your healing, overcoming blockages and obstacles. Let me know in the comments if you feel that way, because in the weekly forecasts I've been doing, I feel like you guys have been having a lot of really powerful shifts. Now, in this moon energy, the way that I feel a lot of the Sagittarius collective is going to be feeling this full moon cycle that we're coming into, I feel like a lot of you are going to remember a lot of past life stuff. I know not everybody believes in past lives. I used to be kind of unsure about it myself until I had some past life memories that completely and totally put everything into perspective for me. It made so many things make sense about my life in this lifetime. And I feel Sagittarius, a lot of you are going to have a very similar experience. You're going to recall very specific moments in past lives where you made certain agreements or where you had certain experiences that have kind of followed you through different lifetimes and have even been haunting you a little bit in this lifetime. And you're going to be able to finally clear it. You're going to be able to finally process it, release it, heal from it. So I feel like a lot of you Sagittarius are releasing on a soul level from previous lifetimes. So this is going to be a very powerful release. This is basically clearing out karma, clean slate, new contracts, new agreements, not coming in with this energetic or karmic baggage, being able to clear all of that out of the way. The Moon card can also indicate that you're coming into a time where you're going to have really powerful intuition, really tapping into your psychic gifts and abilities, overcoming your fears, and being able to listen to your intuition and allowing your intuition to guide you through the future. Some of you may be having a strengthening in mediumship abilities, and some of you may be deciding that you want to really kind of run with it and you may be excited about it. Some of you may be even thinking that, you know what, this is what I'm going to do for income. I'm going to be a medium. I'm going to offer medium readings. I'm going to get paid for them. And I am not anti-mediumship by any means. I'm not going to sit here and say that people shouldn't be mediums. I just want to share something from my experience. If you feel like you're wanting to tap into your mediumship gifts and abilities, and to speak to the dead, you have to know and you have to be aware that communicating with the deceased, it's a different realm. And so it's going to require that you have a lot of energetic boundaries in place, and that you're keeping yourself at your highest possible vibration, so that really low energies or entities or spirits who want to pretend that they're the person you're wanting to talk to, who are being deceptive, so that these energies are not as able to come in. Like, if you can stay on a certain frequency, if you can stay on a certain vibration, it's going to be more difficult for that kind of stuff to sneak in. Also, it's like you want to make sure you have the right protectors and overseers in place. When I do readings, I like to ask Archangel Michael to stand at the door, the energetic door, and watch what comes in and filter what comes in, right? So you have to kind of think about here, who is your spiritual team? Who are you working with? Who's the gatekeeper that's filtering who comes in and who gets to come in? So making sure that you're keeping a nice, clean energy in your home, that you're cleansing your home, you're cleansing yourself energetically, you're staying at a high vibration. Mediumship is so hit and miss. So in my opinion, if you're going to be an accurate medium, if you're going to be a medium that is able to connect accurately and deliver messages accurately, to me it's like a way of life. You really have to devote to it. That's just my opinion. Maybe some of you are out there, you're mediums, and you don't agree with me. But that is something I just want to put out there for those of you who are newer on the path and who are wanting to really tap into your mediumship abilities and do it as like a business. Make sure you're keeping on top of your spiritual hygiene, your energetic hygiene and upkeep, because it's very important to be able to have nice, clear channels and truthful, accurate readings. The next card that's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Emperor. And this could be Aries or Scorpio energy. There was fire sign energy that came in for Scorpio, and I said I felt like it was more Leo or Sagittarius. So here we are. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Maybe you may have a Scorpio placement or Aries placement or houses. There could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Now we have these major arcana cards coming in back to back. So when major arcana cards come in back to back, that tells me big changes in a short period of time. A lot of karmic clearing. We already kind of got that with the whole past life thing. We touched on mediumship even. And the Emperor could be deceased paternal energy, a deceased grandfather or father figure who is coming from the other side into your dreams, bringing you messages, bringing you guidance at this time of change as you're navigating these crossroads, and giving you guidance. Many of you are breaking out of generational karma, past life karma, generational karma that is connected with your father's side of the family. And you may have ancestors from your father's side coming in and helping you through that process. The Emperor is also the energy here of stability, structure, foundation, discipline. So a lot of you Sagittarius, if you feel like your life has been unorganized and chaotic and you haven't been able to get a handle on things, those blocks are very much a lot of the things that you're releasing in this full moon energy, and you're coming into a time where you're taking control of your life again. You're having a handle on things. You're having a nice solid foundation, and you're building for yourself moving forward, attracting divine masculine energy into your life, stepping into and embracing your own divine masculine energy. So this is a time of coming into power. The next card that's coming up here for Sagittarius is the King of Pentacles, and this could be earth sign energy. So earth sign would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So some of you could be dealing with an earth sign person. If you have earth sign placements, you may be focusing on those areas of your life. Now, the King of Pentacles is a card that comes up when we have the Midas touch. Things that we are working on are going to be very favorable for us. They're going to deliver profit for us. Like it's worth our time and efforts to make an effort, because our efforts will go well. They'll be successful. This can also be a card of figuring out what talents, what resources are available to you that you can use to multiply your abundance or your income. And some of you have heard me say this about the King of Pentacles in the past. The King of Pentacles has a special meaning for me in my readings because of the way that I experienced it when I was first new to tarot. So for me in my readings, the King of Pentacles a lot of the times comes up when there's a really big offer coming our way. And it can be in terms of business or career, but it could also be personal opportunities or relationship opportunities. But whatever the case, it's an offer that's coming your way that you feel very excited about this, and you feel, wow, this is so amazing. Like, you might even think, like, what an ideal situation, I would love this. But then, like, this imposter syndrome kicks in, and you start telling yourself, you know what, I must have really fooled this person or these people. I gave them this impression that I'm like way better than I actually am, and so this is why they're offering this to me. But if they really got to know me, they'd be like, oh my gosh, we made a mistake offering this to Sagittarius. And then they're going to kick me out of it, or they're going to fire me. They're not going to want me around. And so we're tempted to push it away because we think, wow, how amazing. I would love this, but I don't think I'm good enough for it. And I think they're making a mistake offering it to me. The King of Pentacles comes up in my readings to say, look, listen up. If you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here now. The reason why it's here now because you're ready for it. If you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here now. It's here now because you're ready for it. Okay? So you're good enough. You have what it takes. You've attracted the opportunity because this is the vibration you're on. This is how you're vibrating. This is something that resonates with your frequency. So you can accept it confidently and have confidence in yourself that you're going to do well. You're going to do a good job. You don't have to be scared to embrace it and to accept it. Now, the next card that's coming up here for Sagittarius friends is the Queen of Swords. And traditionally speaking, the Queen of Swords could be an air sign person, an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. If you have air sign placements, you may be focusing or working on those areas of your life in the week ahead. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign person. But the characteristics of the Queen of Swords can come up in a couple of different ways. Oftentimes we see this as boundaries, setting boundaries. And the thing about the Queen of Swords is she doesn't suffer foolishness. She doesn't have the patience for it. She knows where she's headed. She knows what she's working towards. And you're either going to be on the same page and help her get there, or you're going to get the heck out of the way. That's all it comes down to. You're gonna get the heck out of the way, or you're gonna be of help and work with her. She's not gonna deal with anybody saying, well, you know what, I think you should do this instead, or you know what, this is a waste of time and I don't know why you're doing this way. Like, she doesn't want to hear it. Like, you're gonna make yourself useful, or you're gonna get out of the way. And so there's also a sense here with the Queen of Swords in terms of time management and being more efficient with your time. So I feel, Sagittarius, as you're setting these goals, as you're working on these new projects and these endeavors, you're becoming a lot more aware of your time and the people that you feel like are wasting your time. And you're not going to have patience for it. You're not going to have patience for it. You're not holding space for it. So I feel like a lot of you Sagittarius are being a lot more cautious about who is in your circle and who you're giving your precious time to. It's like you don't have the patience. You don't have the budget for it because you're busy working on building and creating in your life. And anybody who's not being contributing to that or adding to that, you're not interested in having them around. So some of you might be looking around and feeling like, oh, you know what? These really aren't friends. These are more drinking buddies. Or these are people that are always saying they want to get together and they want to collaborate. But every time we get together to collaborate, it becomes more like a social session and we don't get any work done. And so there may be something here where you're limiting your time. Some of you maybe have been procrastinating certain goals or projects or ideas because you've been wanting to find like people to partner up and to do it with, and you're realizing, you know, these people that are supposed to be partnering up with me and doing this with me, they're just wasting time. They're just messing around. So some of you may be deciding, you know what, I'm just gonna do this by myself, right? I'm just gonna cut out the middleman. I'm gonna cut out the distractions, and I'm going to make these things happen on my own. So there could be something here in terms of boundaries or taking ownership, taking leadership, and being very selective who you're allowing around you. I also feel because you're in this decisive energy and you're doing a lot of clearing, I feel Sagittarius, like a lot of you have to kind of just be a little bit cautious in the week ahead with your communication because you're so focused. You're so driven. You may not mean to come off as mean or cold or rude or short with people, but I feel like you're so focused on what you want or what you're doing that when you talk to other people, you're still in your head, you're focused, you're somewhere else. So when you're talking to them, you may come off as really short, like you're snapping at them or like they're getting on your nerves or they're wasting your time. And some of you are like, I don't care, they shouldn't be wasting my time then. But some of you just be cautious because I feel like this could lead to misunderstandings or miscommunications, especially in a work setting. You know, the last thing any of us want is for our supervisor to call us in and, you know, tell us that we're being rude or that like there have been complaints, you know. We don't want to deal with that. So just be cautious and try to be present and mindful when you're talking to other people. They might complain that you're not making eye contact or you're brushing them off or you're being short. So just be aware. Some people can be very sensitive and they may internalize things, or even within your friendships or family or your romantic partner, they may feel hurt. Like, Sagittarius, what's going on? Don't you care about me? Don't you love me? And you're like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? Why are you being so sensitive right now? So just be aware. Just be aware when you're communicating with people that you're present, that you're engaging with them, and that you're not just kind of mentally elsewhere and coming off like you're annoyed or like you're being short with them. If some of you might be looking for more of like a love and romance reading, if you don't know, I do love and romance separate on my channel. Love readings for July are linked in the description of this video. If you would like to check out the weekly forecast, like your moon sign, your rising sign, some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. Weekly forecast playlist is also in the description. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. For those of you who don't know, by popular demand, every single morning I've been posting a daily message. Some people like to kick off their day with a daily message, so maybe check that out if you would like. And I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead, Sagittarius. And hopefully I might even see some of you in the daily messages in the comments there. Be well, my dears. Take care.